Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another Link to the Past randomizer Survivors of Hyrule tournament race. This is GFE versus Gammachuu in the quarterfinals. Tracking today we have Tomaltalk, and on comms we have Toffile and Wallkicks, and they'll take it from here.
Hello, Toffile.
Hi, Wally. How you doing?
I'm doing lovely. How are you on this fine Sunday or Monday, depending on what time zone you're in?
I call it 3 days before Crosskeys tournament registration, and so I'm very happy.
As an admin for that tournament, I should know that that's coming up.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's fine, don't worry. But yeah, this is Survivor of Hyrules. This is like baseball said, GFE versus Gammachuu. Both teams still have at least 2 runners available. I know from Mughul's team, P-Train and Julo are still live. From Gamma's team, Gamma obviously racing this one,
Yeah.
and Specs are both still alive. Of course, GFE is still alive here for I wish I knew what teams these names were, but I don't know.
It is Mughul's team is Team True Southern Charm, and then it's pretty easy to remember Gamma's team because it's 3 gamers and also Gamma. Though I think right now it's 1 gamer and also Gamma.
Okay, that's fair. So what's the mode? So we have 80 Enemizer.
Yep.
Which means all dungeons and Enemizer.
Yes, chat, if we ever say, why are they doing Aga Tower, or why are they beating this Pendant Dungeon, please yell at us. Oh, hey, we got a sword and sync.
Alright, GFE immediately is happy with the sword and sync, although, I don't know, I mean, GFE is very, very good at Enemizer, so, maybe for him, he'd want to see a little bit, not as late sword, but, you still never say no to a sword.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see another map check for GFE, because I think that was both the red crystals at Hera and Eastern, and Desert's a Pendant.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it was.
So, we have Chaos Boss Shuffle today, so we're not going to necessarily see every boss, and we're not, we could see one boss multiple times, more than 2. Ooh, Tier 1's full magic, and Ether sitting over there and Uncle. Not bad for a start. I think GFE is probably going to go make a play straight for Hyrule Castle here. No? Doesn't have a glove.
I say, yeah, I'm a little surprised.
You have a sword and a lamp. Oh.
I mean, I guess, why save and quit if we're just going to be walking back from the forest?
Maybe, yeah, that's surprising me too. Oh, there's a fish. You saw fish.
Okay, well, that is actually smart.
Yes. This is the Enemizer player stream. Collecting a fish on the way to Kakariko Village, so you can go get 8 bombs and 20 rupees to start off the seed with. Mostly the 8 bombs.
Sorry, I am slightly jamming out to the music on GFE side. I'm listening to GFE's audio.
Yeah, I have Mughul's, not Mughul's, Gamma's audio. Look, they're both nice, of some variety.
Good. So Kakariko, obviously, the biggest concentration of items, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is just going to be, your basic go through. I'm so used to entrance seeds. I'm like, all right, what are we talking about in a non-entrance race? Well, going to Kakariko. We're slapping a bottle vendor with a fish.
Yeah. Actually, GFE not heading for castle makes a little more sense. Maybe he's just holding out for a key for another sword, because we have vanilla Aga Tower keys and we have a lamp, so it's got to get done. And
vanilla keys, what is this?
There's a moon pearl.
Given our 2 5/6 crystals, I have to imagine both of our runners are going to be suspicious towards Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
I mean, especially given that this is Enemizer, like you could, in theory, with the right boss, finish Eastern Palace right now, but that's very dangerous. That Ice Rod, though, is very nice.
Yes, that's basically like the Ice Rod there kind of basically neuters like the one horrible thing that could happen in the seed, which is like we get to clearing out GT and being an Ice Rod to beat a Trinix.
Yeah, in a normal mode, you're like, oh, we only need Ice Rod for Trinix at, Turtle Rock. But in this mode, Trinix can be a lot of places. GFE with a random Quake needed those 5. Wow. Okay. All right, dude. What?
All right. that is good game knowledge.
I mean,
that is very good game knowledge that tree bonks a single blue rupee. And that's enough to pay the bottle vendor off without having to come back to Kakariko for a while.
Enemizer expert. I don't even know if that's an Enemizer thing. Like,
no, that's you playing bonk shuffle. Knowing that tree is a bonk. Oh god. Well, yeah, you're gonna want that cape.
All right.
So,
how interested are we in Aga right now?
I think you could just go do it. Like you just go beat it.
I mean, it's a little bit dangerous because I mean you now are running through Aga Tower with Fighter Sword and 5 hearts.
Yeah,
there would literally be nothing you could do if you're GFE, assuming we don't find anything else in like the front of Escape, because we don't even have like pod money. So it would be the pyramid and that's it.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's the pyramid and that's it. But you activate the Agawar to get back to pod.
You do activate the Agawar for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and Hamma is going to go grab the cape as well. That was burn on the pyramid, but we have the cape now, so we're probably not going to go get burned on.
Yeah.
JFE at least going to go and take a. That's a very good mimic.
the joys of Enemizer sometimes.
Enemizer is one of those modes where, like, if like I watch somebody like Humbug wondering why people play this crap, and then I'm like, it's so they can beat people like Humbug. And
there is like, definitely a sense of like Enemizer can sometimes be a great equalizer against like runners who don't have or don't play a whole lot of Enemizer.
Yeah, because like the thing with Enemizer is like without playing Enemizer, that is a lot of bombs and mini multi.
That's a lot of bombs.
But like the thing with like Enemizer is that because the enemy layouts are so different, your muscle memory means a whole lot less for your execution. You have to be able to reassess your dash lines. Sometimes your dash lines just aren't going to work. Sometimes you can't do diver down, or you have to like be really. Oh my god! Look at all these crystal rollers over here.
It's about time. We were wondering where those were. Although, like to be fair, there was really only one crystal roller that was potentially an issue.
Yeah. I love it when the crystal rollers like go up on the bridge, the Eastern Palace, replacing some of the guards.
I love when the roller shows up, like when you do a screen transition, and it's like, "Hi, I'm just immediately on top of you," and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, hey, bottle. Yeah, I think the nastiest crystal roller I've seen so far is like there was one, and I believe it was in the first game of this the first game I called this tournament, which is actually with GFE, and it was actually Atomizer because somehow they didn't, somehow GFE gets 80. I mean, at least for the bracket stage, you can understand how he gets 80 Analyzer because it's randomly drawn, and it's not a bot picking the mode for him. Like he gets to choose. He and his team got to choose the mode that he would play.
Yeah.
But GFE just getting 80 Enemizer in the first round was just hilarious because he's a staunch Enemizer player.
Yeah, so to talk about this tournament a little bit, Survivor Hyrule. So that there are, we're in the bracket stage, so there are 8 teams of 4 players. You are pitted up against another team, and then there is a process, there is a selection of modes that will be randomly chosen for our runners to race from. Each team in this stage of the tournament gets 1 strike, so they can each strike 1 mode. They don't know what the other team is striking, so in theory, both teams could strike the same mode and thus open up 1 extra mode to race in. But once both teams have submitted their strikes, the mode will be randomly selected, and then each team will select one of the teammates to play, and the other team won't know until both of them are announced, basically. So, and then the winner is still alive for their team. The loser is eliminated, and you go until one team is eliminated, and then you move on from there.
Yeah. Actually, I noticed that one of your teammates just subscribed in chat. I believe he is the man who came up with your team name wall kicks, which I am contractually obliged to say. Mikiro Kisawa, the 16th student lying in somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
If anyone ever asks me what my team name is, the answer is I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't think we got the small key in the first chest, meaning that there's potential that these checks are quote-unquote glove locked, depending on whether the small key is in Dark Cross, which I don't know if you're really that interested in going to Dark Cross right now.
I mean, if the small key is in Dark Cross, you just clear out the basement, take the Death Warp, and go. And GFE, no, that could have been a hard refill to spoil your Death Warp attempt.
It wasn't, though.
Yeah, I think you have to do it anyway, just to take a look. If not, you just take the death out of Dark Cross and then go to Aga Tower. I mean it's going to be Fighter Sword Aga Tower, but it's Fighter Sword Randomizer Aga Tower, and the kill rooms are going to be a bunch of shadows, probably.
You're also going to be sitting here dealing with we're about to be going through the Dark Basement here with Fighter Sword in an Enemizer Seed. This can get nasty.
Yeah, but we have the lamp, so we can probably dodge everything. Like the only real room will be this one coming up with all the ropes. Okay, we've got 4. Oh god. 3 floating skulls, a Gibdo, and a fire bar that does a fire.
And like one of the rough things about that particular room is that there was a skull pretty much blocking one of there's enough space to kind of, you can go up or you can go like the top, you can go to the bottom. There was a skull that was essentially blocking one of those paths. So you were immediately basically saying, I have to go this way.
Yeah. Well, Throard was blue mail. Not the worst thing in the world.
I think both winners will take it. Although Gamma has a much longer Death Warp here. GFE with the low key smart play of taking a hit from one of those skulls to take 4 hearts of damage, making this Death Warp much easier.
Yeah. Looks like we just got a mini L9, one of the little I know what they are, and I just can't think what the name is. But
it's a thing.
Yeah, it's one of the little burrowing guys. That I hate. The levers. Yeah, the levers.
Thank you.
Sorry. It's like levers are like permanently ingrained in my mind because I play Ocarina of Time a bit, and just going to Desert Colossus, the levers are like the worst thing in the world for some of the checks.
Oh, these anti-fairies could be some fun, depending on where they are.
Was our stun prize a full magic, or was it a hard?
That was full magic as a stun prize. Okay, well these anti-fairies aren't being fun.
No, they're kind of crap. We'll see if they're going a little more fun for Gamma.
Mm-hmm. So one thing to note, given that both runners are doing Aga Tower required, since this is an all done seed, Gamma's definitely doesn't have enough money for pod. So unless there's at least 50 rupees on the ledge, his route is done after the ledge. GFE is very close. I don't know if he'll find enough money. This is a glorious room.
Oh god, that dead rock. It's a wonderful dead rock. I mean, it's like, oh good, it's just a Tektite guarding the key, but the dead rock just making itself a nuisance. What are the bad? No.
It was definitely a tier 2 or tier 3 tree pull.
Yeah.
Oh no, it might have been a tier 1. I don't know.
Gamma can tree pull from the pyramid statue. Hopefully Gamma will remember to tree pull from the pyramid statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, GFE's got 110, so he's good as long as Kiki doesn't, unless he takes a pop. And
Which, Animizer.
yeah, I mean he's got a cape, so he should theoretically be fine to get past a couple of
Unless one of them's like one of those murder dactyls, and then you're like, well, I'm gonna turn in Kiki, and then I'm gonna take damage because I still get hit in cutscenes.
Yeah, but while Kiki, and for those wondering, because while Kiki does only charge 100 rupees to open up pod, he also charges you steals 10 rupees every time you have to pick him up. So you need at least 110 to go open pod.
Can I just charge money to exist? I mean, okay, look, I know there are sites that do that. I'm not going to name them, but there are sites that do that. Anyways.
Yeah. But both of our runners are around the Aga right now. Yeah. It's kind of where the seed is leading. And so who wants to bet that the mirror is actually the Eastern Palace?
Probably. And like realistically, neither runner has a whole lot left in terms of like light world availability.
Yeah.
I see. It looked like Pod was a green pendant and Skullwoods was our last pendant.
Yeah.
There's a glove there.
Good. Wonderful. So that opened up Zora and Catfish and Logic. Well, guess what? I think...
Murder-dactyl. I mean, it opens up Catfish Zora. It also gives us access to the mountain for a couple of checks.
Yeah, GFE's like, wait, I don't want to do Catfish. I can go open a pod. I got...
Gives us back of escape.
Yeah, Gamma's gonna go, I think, do back of escape rather than hike up to Catfish.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna finally see some divergence here because GFE actually has cash.
Yeah.
Pod, we're going to have the fact that Pod is locked technically on our minds right now, but oh my god.
It's fine. Oh, there's even a Wallmaster.
No, this is not fine. He got the door open.
Okay.
Now
this is where having the mail upgrade does help out a lot.
I get it. At least the Pangator immediately dashed by you and out of it the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think right now in the light world we only have Agina, Saha, and Eastern left.
And going up the mountain.
Yeah, and the glove will open up going up the mountain in Zora. But alright, let's take a look and see if Pod's bow locked or not. Because we're going to be able to get by we're not going to have mimics in the room that we need the bow for. Bow locked Pod.
That's still a thing in Enemizer, even though it's Enemizer, right? Okay, I don't play enough of this mode to sit here and be like, yep, that's exactly what it is. So Gamma's about trying to bow, isn't he? No.
It's another field at least. That Pichu is well equipped.
Yep, he does, however, find our third medallion, so medallion's not going to be a problem this seed.
No, and that's our first big source of fire magic too.
Mm-hmm. And like theoretically,
for those people.
Yeah, like there's. I don't think there's going to be anything that can be in GT at this point.
No, like we're going to be able to beat just about anything in GT when we get there, because like our worst case would be Argus, but we can beat Argus. Is Skullwood's a pendant?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so theoretically Trinex could be an issue, but
I mean,
probably
that's a
won't-
very
probably
outside
won't be.
chance, given that
Yeah.
Turok is a crystal. You would need a very specific key layout there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Big key's already available.
It's
And
going to
I
make routing this dungeon a little bit nicer.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to hammer jumping is always kind of like a 50-50 because we could get a spike in place of the mini helmet, or the mini helmet could be replaced by a wall master and make our life even worse. We should also say that we are playing with boss, the combat spoiling what a boss is on. So we will be able to get a peek at that eventually.
Yeah, and that's always very nice because, you know, when you're in a situation where you can kill some bosses but not all bosses, you want to have that knowledge is good. Of course, you need the compass. Scary. Terrifying.
Yeah, we're not bomb jumping. We'll just open the door.
If the well, GFE also doesn't have any small keys. There's a flute. But I was saying if the compass is on the boss, well then you're kind of SOL.
Yeah. GFE going for more cash.
I liked as he was going for cash and he got a rupee taken away from him.
Yeah. Oh, it could have taken away the shield.
It could have.
I know runners who will let their shield get eaten on purpose. Oh god, there's a Lionel in... Oh god, that's a horrible Lionel location.
There's a hook shot.
Hook shot and flute in the back of pot. Bow locked in the back of pod.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so basically GFE's essentially right now like fire rod away from being able to clear every freaking boss in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hookshot is definitely another one of those like, oh, you want it not obviously. I mean, obviously just for the Helmasar or not Helmasar. Wow, Moldorm at the Eastern boss. But I was saying, hookshot is another good one. I did not see that at all.
I think it might have been Armos Knights, but
yes,
I'm not sure.
it was a double look at that was almost nice. I am just gonna stop trying to make the point I was making because I am on 5 tangents.
Yeah, free hammer yump to be honest. Yes, with the anti-fairy, the hammer yump is free.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
yeah also
back. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. No. Yeah, Gamma's heading to the back, and the red Igors are also going to replace like the mimics, so he can get here without having a bow.
Yeah, and like normally this could be like a very dangerous room. This would be one of the more dangerous rooms in Enemizer, but Gamma has a sword and all 3 medallions, so you know he could probably just bust out a bombos and essentially burn everything.
Yeah.
Of course, this is almost a vanilla room.
Yeah. And I think JV is going to go activate the flute and maybe... he has a little bit of the mountain available. Maybe see if he can score the bow up there and... see how much he wants to do Paradox Cave right now.
Yeah, I think, you know, there's an argument to be made as the kind of routing you want to do when it comes to an Enemizer scene, and that do you prioritize overworld checks to where, like, maybe you don't have to worry about potential double-dipping dungeons, or do you kind of play normal and go from there?
Yeah. Because I think, like, him knowing that the bow's locking Minor Axis, bow's possibly locking East Death Mountain right now, it feels like it has to come up soon.
Yes.
And, like, you don't need the bow to kill a lot of the bosses, technically, but it sure as hell makes Vidi and Armos Knights a lot nicer than just Fighter Sword.
Absolutely.
With like our only Dark World access right now being technically Agatar, because we don't have a second glove or a hammer yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And yeah, GFE probably doing a little bit of a scouting, knowing that you know what he has is bow locked, so the majority of his checks are bow locked.
Yeah. Gamma doing a kind of a smart thing here. I mean, he doesn't have to do the. I mean, he's opened this checkup. He doesn't have the. Killed the Armos Knights. He could do Armos. He could have done Armos Knight Swords, couldn't he have?
I don't know. You asked me to do that. That's a lot to consider in a non-entrance seed.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, it's just a hard container. This is a wonderful old man cave, by the way.
Not the worst.
Not the.
Yeah, so with the armor that we have, it's pretty free.
Yeah, but I just love the couple of zeros there, just throwing down the bombs that normally they're not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like GFE is gonna make a play to take a look at Spec Rock.
Yeah. Well, he also has the hook shot, so he's gonna go. He's gonna do this and then go.
Hook shot across. Yeah.
Yep. Gamma is gonna head back into the Dark World. Pretty much head to pod. Will be. Gamma does not like Catfish at all, so I can't imagine he's gonna go in that direction.
Yeah.
But it is a potential place for the bow.
Another bottle in Spec Rock. Don't think we're going to pick that up.
Not when it's empty.
No.
So I wonder once Gamma picks up his hook shot and flute, knowing what he would have left for a potential bow location, if he does consider a Catfish play.
Yeah. Like I think the one thing you don't want to see right now is like maybe Book showing up or Boots would be nice. There's our flippers.
Hey, that's West Dark World. Yay.
Yeah.
The seeders overall felt a little linear.
I mean, it's a seed that kind of dragged us into doing it immediately, even if we had a few checks outstanding. Alright, so only really Spiral Cave is left now for GFE. We'll get a night look at the floating island too. But flippers and shovels not the best. We're more cash.
I guess suddenly GFE has like 650 rupees. It's just hello, can I interest you in an Igor in the way?
Alright, that's worth it. You will take the hammer. So, there's a bow really, really early on right here somewhere.
Yeah.
GFE's gonna go to Hera. Because, for those who don't track the logic, because the hammer is on East Death Mountain, that means we had to have that hook shot that's bow locked in order to get it. And that means kind of like everything's kind of going to be fun in there. So we're both either already Nagina or
Nagina,
Zora,
Catfish, or Zora.
Yeah.
Because the glove on Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, that's the logic.
Yep.
Oh, that's horrible. Of course, there could be a second glove just sitting there somewhere. And
True.
just open.
True. Yeah. We aren't explicitly sitting here waiting for the bow to appear. There are other options. Not many, but there are other options. And this does give us access to both 5/6 crystals, unless Cold Stare's up here.
Yeah.
In Hera. Because Cold Stare is possible in Tower Hera. The Hera dungeon arena does make the boss options a little bit restricted. Can't have like a Trinex on there. Can't have an Armos Knights or a Landmo.
Yeah. No, I don't think you can have blind either.
You can't have blinds.
That's one item out of Hera so far. Gamma's gonna grab his fleeting Mystic shot in a second. Argus. No, not Argus, Vidi. That's not great.
Yeah, Gamma has Bombo Station. One day I'll pay attention. Apparently not today.
Yeah.
But GFE doesn't, so GFE, if this is a Cold Tear, will not be able to do it, which could give Gamma an advantage.
No, it's got eyes, but it's a lot of eyes. This is
a nasty fight.
This is doable. This is going to take up all his bombs.
Wow, he got launched.
Yeah. He's got half magic, he's got a cape, he can do spins, and he's got a bow to start kind of mopping everything up at the end.
Doesn't have a bow.
Oh no, he does some shit. You're right. No. Oh god. Yeah.
So this is definitely a nasty fight right here.
Yeah, this is technically doable, and I think he wants to get this done because I think he's probably suspecting Pyramid Fairy.
And like, if I'm GFE, again, not to say that this is any easier, like be like, yeah, just do this. With some of these spins, I would be trying to get the big eye.
Yeah.
Because the big eye still can take damage in this form, and you can kill the big eye without killing the small eyes.
Yeah, it's actually probably preferred to try to like keep one of the small eyes alive right now, just to keep him in the lightning phase, because you can at least like stand to his side in the lightning phase and not have to worry about getting chased down.
Yeah. But you see, GFE is playing it safe, which is correct, because you don't want to inadvertently take a small eyeball and get knocked off, and you're back to square one with this fight.
Yeah.
But this is still a long fight, because it's what, 32 fighter sword spins for the big eye.
Something like that, yeah. Because it's normally like 8. Yeah, it's because it's normally like 8 tempered sword hits.
Oh, yeah, be careful. It's 16 tempered sword hits.
Ooh.
Okay, getting those hammer hits in there were very nice.
Yeah. That'll help a little bit. Very, very nicely done.
Yep.
Cool. Red Rupee, that's our second item out of here. We're not coming back, and GFE has the option of doing Spike Cave if he wants. Or
I mean, I think that's just the natural end of this route.
Yeah.
Especially with that half magic. Gamma, meanwhile, pretty much following in GFE's footsteps, does have the Eastern clear, so it's not like Gamma's just behind. They're still relatively even overall.
Yeah, I think GFE is going to try to find the mirror before he goes back and does Eastern. Well, he might do Eastern now just to like open that up, and then.
I mean, again, this Pyramid Fairy is looking very suspicious.
Yeah. You got the flute, so you can just flute back to 5 and then just walk up and finish off Pod. And kind of be done with East Dark World. Heck, you can even go walk over and do Shovel if you want to right now.
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be doing that right now. Looks like we're going to be filling up on potions, which is smart.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit below Zora money now. Oh, no, just above Zora money still. Good. But that's...
Go ahead, sorry.
He is, however, going to be a little bit below. Like, he can't do Zora and then, like, chess game and big game, though.
To answer chat, GFE is technically on blue mail.
Yeah.
Because Gino is a wonderful sprite and is in line with the color of your mails, definitely.
GFE, why are you routing this way? Go beat Eastern first and then go do Saha.
I mean, in his mind, there's still the opportunity for
a bow.
he can't. Well, not even for a bow, but for bombos or a fire rod to take care of some bosses that he might not be able to do.
Okay, yeah. Well, at this point, he now knows that he can clear anything that isn't a Trinix. So.
Yep.
Got to be a little aggressive with clearing detonates. And the good thing is, at least, like, knowing that Bombos is there is, like, you don't feel too bad about that hero clear because Bombos won't help you with Vitreous.
Exactly.
So...
It wasn't a cold stare up there, so he'll be like, all right, we're fine. You know, getting that Bombos was fine.
Yeah. He can't get into Ice Palace right now, and... he knows, basically, like, everything else he's going to need is basically, like, by that bow somewhere.
Yep.
Somehow.
We'll be curious to see, because I believe there was the opportunity to take a 50-50 here in Eastern, to either do big key chest or go to the boss. And I believe the big key chest was just a compass.
I believe that was the case, too, yeah.
Yes, Gamma is on Blue Mail because that is an appropriate... They do have the correct mail for the Pichu sprite.
Yeah. To be fair, like, it's just because, like, Gino normally starts off with wearing blue. So he kind of just...
You had to, like... I mean, I still feel like it maybe could have been just Gamma getting...
So everybody, let's talk about Ancilla values getting screwed up because there's a flying enemy.
Yep. So what Gamma was trying to do there was trying to basically bomb himself to a very specific spot, which would allow him to hook shot into that pot thing. Gamma still not able to do it. There we go. We couldn't do it because he had stunned the enemy. That was amazing. But what breaks that, or what breaks your ability to do that, is if there is a floating enemy, or you pick up the item that enemy drops while it is still in the air.
Yeah, and yeah, GFE is going to go ahead for the big key chest over here in Eastern. I think this is a pretty smart play anyway. Like, he knows it's a 50-50. Like, God, that Lionel still like. Like, yeah. So, like, if you ever, like, play, like, Zelda 1 randomizer, or, like, Zelda 1 randomizer in particular, like, watching Lionels and Wizrobes and, like, Gorias show up in one, like, just one tile-wide corridors is, like, the absolute worst thing in the world, because you can't dodge their fireballs or their boomerangs, and that is that epitomized in Link to the Past. But what I was going to say was, like, yeah, GFE going here, like, this is a 50-50, sure, but in his mind, this is a 50-50 that could be a bow.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're seeing Gamma pulling out hammer strats, kind of doing something similar to what we saw GFE did, although the hammer just does more damage, more dangerous, but, you know, if you're able to get it, it looks like Gamma's trying to do the kill without the eyeballs even coming out.
Yeah.
And he's close, like, yeah.
Yeah, he got it. Nice. Yeah, good fight for both of our runners.
Yep. So Gamma's gonna finish with Spike Cave, and then we're essentially gonna be even.
Yeah.
Looks like Gamma's gonna end this route ever so slightly ahead. Oh, he's gotta check Spec Rock.
Yeah.
Well, he might not end this route ahead. Never mind.
No, he won't, because GFE has the hammer for Moldorm, so he's going.
It's true. He's got a quicker fight. Yeah.
Much quicker fight. Oh. But yeah, I think it's time to go do Hype Cave and then go check Beargut Fairy. Hype Cave, bow locked, but it's 5 very quick items, and you kind of really want to find that mirror right now.
Absolutely. a mirror would make turning in the Pyramid Fairy very nice.
Yes. I think both our runners are gonna head right for Hype Cave.
Yep.
Like you have to keep them. Obviously, like we're harping on the bow, and I think it's like we still need a bow to be pot. Like it's not like, I mean, we're playing Atomizer, but there's still the statue you have to shoot with a bow and pot.
This is still all dungeons. Just, if this wasn't all dungeons, if this was just regular 7/7, like we don't need the bow really.
Yeah. We don't even have to do the GT movement clips.
No. Hello, can I interest you in money and a sword?
I'll take the sword.
I too will take the sword. And then I'll use it to take your money. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Just open lava chest for a free bow.
Yeah, just slam your head face first into the chest, into the key door, and then recognize your mistake afterwards.
Poor GFE. I don't think he meant to do that, but he bought the bombs and then bought the big bomb.
Yeah. I mean, money's not an issue for either runner, because they still both have Zora money.
They've got Zora money, they've got Dick game money, they've got chess game money, and they've got Smith money. So they're good on their costs for the rest of the seed. GFE even has a blue potion in reserve too. So, but it's very nice to get that Master Sword, because that's just going to make her. That would, if we see any more victories, that'll speed it up.
Definitely.
So imagine watching a seed with like 5 victories on Fighter Sword.
I mean, I feel like there was a seed recently that had, hey, look, more money.
Heroes.
That had like 5 Vitriuses. I don't know if you were on Fighter Sword for all of them, but like. GFE's walking over to Catfish. Again, this is, hey, my bow might be here.
Yeah, this is I'm down to 3 spots for a bow. I might as well just get this out of the way, because otherwise I'm never coming back up this way again.
Yeah. And he might be prioritizing this because he also might know Gamma does not like this play.
Yeah. And of course, this could not be the bow. This could be the bunk, or it could be another glove, which would be kind of horrible for Gamma. Well, the bunk less so, but the second glove up at Catfish, like, it happens a lot. It happens seemingly more often than you'd think. Ooh. You traded a good B for a blue potion. You will be missed, good B.
But you take that trade 10 times out of 10?
Yeah.
Nice damage boost there, Gamma.
Intended. So we're down to Agina or Zora. I think you take with GFE, I think you gotta go for Agina for. Oh, Zora, you got density, I guess.
Yeah, you have density with Zora. Zora's the correct play here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are okay. So Agina's got a bow or something that leads to a bow. Wonderful.
Which, like, if you know that, how interested are you in putting it off?
I think Gamma's probably going to try to do it until he can find. It feels like Gamma's going to probably do it until he finds Mirror, so he can do it with Mirror region, maybe. Like, Gamma doesn't know. He knows that. So, like, obviously, Gamma, without doing Catfish, knows his bow, or what the item leading to his bow is Agina or Catfish. GFE will know 100% that it's Agina, and I think he'll make the play for Agina because it's progression.
I'm just saying because, like, could there be other things that aren't the bow that you maybe don't want to put off? Because I mean, if it's the bow, like you said, you just hold off on it. But what if it's the boots and the bow is in like?
I think you got to go for it like right now, just because like it can't. It's like the mirror wouldn't give us new checks that would get us a bow, at least like logically. So like it can't be the mirror, but Like, it could either be Mitts, Book, or Boots. And I
GFE
think
also damage boosting. That was kind of nice.
Yeah. And I think, like, one of those three is enough to say, like, yeah, it could be just a bow, but... Also, a bow means you can go be hot and get your green pendant and not have to worry about that.
Alright, Gamma walking into Thieves Town. This is one of the biggest, like, question marks in Enemizer. Especially with, obviously with Boss Shuffle. You know, because Thieves Town, you can just, now, in Boss Shuffle, you can just go straight to the boss.
Yeah.
After doing the front four. You know, so, you know, for a lot of runners, it's a matter of, do I want to do the back, or do I put it off, hope for the best, come back late?
Yeah. So I was watching a friend of mine. Oh, God. Oh.
Hello, Mirror.
Oh. I'm gonna vomit a little. That's a horrible spot for a mirror.
Where was that shovel? That shovel had to have been on, like...
No, that shovel is, like, in...
Paradox or something.
Yeah, no, that shovel won't lead to the first bow. It could lead to another bow, though.
Yeah.
That leads to Swamp Palace and South Dark World.
Yeah, and like, Gambit has the shovel, but he can't do it right now, because he's in the Dark World.
Yeah, no, and, like, in his mind, like, he probably wants to have the mirror before he does that shovel, but you can't get the mirror for the... Because, like, when do you do the grove? The best time to do the grove is when you're talking to Stumpy, because you're on the same screen. You just mirror and do it.
Gambit is going to the back. I didn't see... Okay, he has it marked as Moldorm on his tracker for the boss here. But yeah, Gamma's going to the back.
Yeah, I didn't count how many items.
His tracker says there's still 3, so...
Yeah. So I was actually watching somebody play a boss shuffle seed, a buddy of mine who used to play Randall a lot more frequently back in the day, but hasn't, you know, kind of doesn't... Like, I had to explain to him, like, what Icebreaker or, like, what Icebreaker is, for example. Like, you didn't know what Spiky Clip or Herapod was. You know, so, like that far back.
Some of the more recent additions to Rando.
Yeah. I mean, even then, like, he's still, like, 3 or 4, like, 5 or maybe, like, 4 or 5 years out of date. But he, like, plays Rando every once in a while. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, you can go, like, look at the opposites for bosses and whatnot. But he did the back of Thieves Town in a boss shuffle seed. And I think it was a second glove and a master sword. And it was pendant Thieves Town in a boss shuffle seed, and I'm like, I feel so... Like, I know you don't, like, do this... You know, you just do this every once in a while, once in a blue, and I'm like, I feel so horrible right now, because I would be last location those things so hard in this seed. I'm just not gonna go do that. I think the boss was, like, Armos Knights. So it's not even, like...
Well, it wasn't a hard boss. It was something you'd take care of pretty quickly, and...
Yeah, get a compass, and then to be like, okay, I got, like, 2 or 3... I got, like... I mean, I think it was a 3-item back, so there was that. Oh, God, that one spike is gonna be... Could be a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Well, that's why Spiky Clip exists, and that's why...
Well, I mean, GFE's now leaving 1 item behind.
Oh, God, he didn't... Yeah, he didn't... That's right, he didn't go back up to reset watch the Crystal Red switch reset.
Yeah, so he can't do that now. Oh, we have some rollers. GFE said, thank you very much. I will reset the room so I know what I'm dealing with. Have that ready just in case. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and a chain chomp too. Not in any danger, but a chain chomp nonetheless.
Yeah. Ooh, fire rod on Moldorm and T-Sound now.
Okay, that's pretty nice. I don't think we know what boss is in here in Swamp Palace, so that could be beneficial for Gamma.
Yeah. Does mean Gamma's going to probably get pulled north and go and take care of Skull Woods next.
Which honestly I don't think is a bad thing for him.
No. Like right now, I think Gamma's going to be last location in Mirror, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But
well, I mean, the reason I think the Fire Rod pulling him north is that now after he, is done with the North Dark World checks, he probably does the shovel and get the mirror, which is like that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I guess so. Like it's gonna be hard because like he's checking. Let's see what's on Buffer Ledge, but like he's got like Dig Game and Stumpy in kind of an awkward spot. Oh God, it's Powder.
Can't just walk away from that one.
No, he's not gonna go. He's gonna go sell. That Powder's kind of bad for him, in a sense, because that means you're just gonna flute the CAC to go check Powder next, and then probably go CAC portal south.
No, I mean I don't think it's that bad. I definitely see where you probably do shovel into the Powder check.
We are being asked in chat if GFE is smashing Gamma into Oblivion. No, I think this is a pretty even seed right now.
Yeah, we're fairly close.
Yeah, like right now the question kind of is like where's our bow, and potentially where are Herbs, because I think we're pretty much that from Go Mode.
I mean, we'll still need a Cane of Samaria.
Samaria.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're sitting like 3 items from 2 items hard from Go Mode, maybe a third.
Yep.
And like the only bad item that they don't, I mean, the Fire Rod's on Phase Town boss, so that's not bad for GFE, but
can I interest you in another Moldorm?
Alright. It's like we're playing Singularity. Alright, I think that might have been a dungeon item on...
I think you're right.
So I think GFE is going to look at... Well, let's see. You still got 1 item...
I really wasn't paying the most amount of attention.
Yeah, well... I don't think he cares, though.
He just marked it off on his personal tracker as having all the items.
Yeah, so that worked out well for him. And yeah,
that how some runners would put it, say it just works out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I don't think Kim has gotten anything of significance in Skullwoods.
No, we got a vanilla biggie.
I'm starting to think that it might be Mitz in Agina's Cave.
Yeah. Mitz would open up everything in East Dark World. Yeah, Krista, sorry if you're joining us. We know Agina has something that leads to a bow, because our hookshot and our pod was bow locked, and our flute and hookshot are bow locked, are thus bow locked, and that locks for hammer, and thus all of East Dark World, and our flippers and fire rod.
Yeah, we're getting the nice little glitch where he lights the torch, but it doesn't light.
Yeah. GFE has to get off the screen before he can mirror, so that way he doesn't dig again. Oh God.
Gamma first.
Gamma.
First pulling out the wrong medallion and then gets the right medallion. Cold Sarah in this room isn't terrible. You take full advantage of the spikes.
Yeah, he's just gonna get bounced with the spikes pretty much no matter how you hit him.
Yeah.
So that's basically free gold sword damage to him like all the time.
Yeah.
Like the worst bosses in this arena, blind is really bad. Moldorm isn't too bad. He just has a very... Like, his hitbox can be kind of annoying to get sometimes.
Yeah, but then again, Moldorm doesn't really move.
He doesn't move, but he doesn't expose his hitbox a lot.
Yep.
Armos Knight's annoying as hell.
Armos Knight just glitches the hell out of their room, and it's always funny.
Yeah, they just start flying around the room.
You don't actually know where it is.
Out of the downs too. But yeah, GFE is going to go do.
And I think GFE is just as likely to do the back of Thieves Sound, considering how little he has left as well.
Yeah, it'll kind of depend, like, if he does the boss first, because if he gets pulls fire out from the front, then I think he's hit the back of Thieves.
I think that's reasonable, yeah.
And, like, you kind of...
I was just going to say, Gamma's now going to dig spot. He is going to get his mirror, which is kind of how I assumed he was going to route this.
Yeah, maybe he goes to Pyramid Fairy. Not Pyramid Fairy, Magic Bat as well, and then maybe does Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see this playing out. There's really nothing left in Village to try to combo that out. Ooh, he's going this way. Is that Hobo play?
He hasn't done Hobo. Okay, I for a second my heart stopped as I saw him get bopped. As I saw him doing like a fake flipper transition, and then I'm like, wait, no, he has real flippers. He's fine.
Yeah. This is an interesting play from Gamma to do Hobo right now.
Yeah.
A little surprised at this.
Yeah, GFE did this though.
He did.
So it's kind of giving time back to GFE. GFE finds out it's another World Orm. I mean, GFE also has the mirror, so like he has Graveyard Ledge as well to worry about.
Okay,
so,
Gamma is gonna do a Gainux Cave.
Yeah, so we're finally gonna get our answer to what exactly is here. I think the worst thing would be like, it can't really be the book. It could be the book.
I mean, the mushroom you just go loot over. Like, there's nothing like. I think the boots would be the most feels bad.
Yeah.
It's
just a bow. Yeah, there we go. Pod's beatable, so that's Green Pendant and Logic now.
Alright, GFE's going to say no to the back of Deep Sound. That'll be a significant time save, assuming that he doesn't go back for it.
I mean, he got the Fire Rod.
Yeah.
So you can go quickly check Graveyard Ledge and then go do Spellbloods. Like, Boots checks are kind of in a spot for him now, but they always are. I don't think okay, so GFE never checked Lumberjack either, so.
Gamma's heading straight back to Pod, which reasonable. Like, this is Green Pendant. It's all dungeon, so you have to do it. It's
yeah.
This eliminates everything in this area in terms of checks. So you're just never coming back to the Pod Eastern area, period.
Yeah. GFE will grab his powder. Yeah, the big heart will never be gotten. I'd say all in all between the two runners, Gamma still hasn't done Stompy or Dig Game, so that's time in his pocket right now. GFE hasn't done the back of Thieves, so that's time in his pocket. GFE's not going to do back of Thieves sound because we know there's nothing there, and whatever he's going to find whatever it is before ever getting tempted to go back in there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's looking very likely that we're going to be picking up Mitts, probably either on Armos Knights here in pod or Green Pendant. I think our only other option at this point is Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah.
Like that's our only other option possibility for the myths. So, you know, I would expect at that point then Gamma skips left side swamp.
I mean, there was an item on left side swamp, but only one.
Only one, and you know it. Yeah, I think Gamma would just skip that entirely.
But I think it also is going to depend, like...
I will say...
If this is it.
Yeah, and like I will say, if myths are Graveyard Ledge, then I would be much more expecting Gamma to do left side.
Yeah, because like he's going to go do swamp, and then like his orphan is like Graveyard Ledge or...
Magic Bat, which I forgot we both had.
Yeah, he's not going to do Graveyard Ledge first, though, I don't think, because he hasn't done...
Oh, no. He's going to go to swamp right now, which is why I think he's more likely to do left side in this scenario.
Yeah, because he's going to go do swamp, then he's going to go do K45, then he's going to go do Stompy Dig Game.
Yep.
Because for him, he's last location Graveyard Ledge. GFE, we'll see. He might or might not. Depends if he wants to walk out of... He's positioning himself to at least walk out of Skullwoods with this routing.
One thing to note, and you know, I wasn't paying attention to Gamma's route as he was going through Skullwoods. Gamma's tracker has an item remaining in Skullwoods, which I'm assuming is the big chest.
The big... Yeah, potentially. The big chest was a vanilla big key.
I would say I think it was just a vanilla big key, and Gamma left. This frickin' enemy just blocking that torch.
Yeah. At least she got half magic for this.
Yep. And yeah, chat confirming that Gamma didn't do big chest, which is where the second item is. Could be the mitts at this point.
Yeah. So if Gamma doesn't, it opts to be a little safer here and scout to see exactly what his... Like, with Enemizer, you're always playing with fire when it comes to doing Diver Down.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on that left side room. Like, the back room, I think usually is just bad if there's like an anti-fairy. But everything else, you know... That left side room, there's a lot of enemies that can snake their way into that corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since I think there's a fire snake that technically starts right next to it. So like a lot of players like conservatively will, you know, take a look and see what it is before they try to do it or not. Okay, GFE is gonna go try to find this last item in Skullwoods, it looks like.
Yep, this will be a small key in this chest right here, but
yeah, I don't know how much he did, but I think he should be able to logic that out. I don't know how much, it really kind of depends on how much he did in the front. Well, I guess technically, the big chest, the big key was on, big key was vanilla, so that could have still been a small key.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't have known. He had a 50-50, so he'll walk this out and probably walk over to Graveyard Ledge after this.
Yep, and it looks like Gamma will be skipping left side. A little interesting, given that there's not a whole lot left for him, but we know it'll work out.
Or maybe he'll do the play of I want the big key before I go back in and do the
that
all in one go.
That is another possibility. Although I think it's the big key that is left side. I don't know off the top of my head.
I think the big key's left side or it's locking itself.
Okay.
Hey, Mirror Shield.
Cool.
Snagget's not going to grab that now. Alright, so... Looks like our answer is Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard Ledge or Magic Bat, which GFE is heading to Magic Bat right now. Why aren't we doing Graveyard Ledge right now? Oh, he's going to be doing Back of Thieves. Well, he's going to do Magic Bat first. He is setting up to do Back of Thieves.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have a lot left either way, so this makes sense. But... with Gamma kind of doing this means that he's forced to skip, like doing diver down. He has to go get the key first if he does go back in.
Okay, mitts are here. To end chat, Gamma did do the back of thief sound, yes.
Okay. So I think GFE is going to go make a play for Meyer right now. Meyer, or I think you make the play for Meyer region. Go take a look at that in Swamp Palace. Not Desert Palace. And Agina, because you know Agina probably has to have your bow.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think, like, that was a pretty significant dodge on GFE's part, being able to not go back into the back of thief sound, because, like, realistically, you know, we're an hour and 5 minutes in. Now is the time to start looking at dungeon count, and Gamma is just up finishing pod.
Yeah.
Those boots, though, are nice.
Yes. Realistically, we're just somewhere from Gamma now.
Yeah. The bow was at Agina's cave. GFE should know that at this point.
Yeah.
A lot of what we have done is locked behind a bow locked pod, and Agina's cave is the only potential check for GFE at that point.
Yeah.
Testing GFE looking good here. I'm not as convinced. It's a close race right now.
Yeah. They're both making skips, and good skips.
Yeah, but Gamma's pod clear can't go unstated right now.
Right. Yeah, GFE's just going to go straight to the back. Here's Gamma getting his mitts. Like, right now, like, it's going to be interesting to see exactly where Samari shakes up to be. Because, like, we really don't have any spot that isn't out of logic for them right now.
Yeah. I wonder if Gamma feels a little bit bad about those mitts. Because, like, I mean, again, I can only talk about how I would have considered routing this, but I probably would have done Magic Bat after picking up the mirror. But, again, that's, you know, that is one runner's perspective, I'm not the one racing.
Yeah. And, yeah, Gamma's going to join GFE over here in Desert Palace.
Yep.
We saw one item on the porch, and the other two were keys.
Yeah, so this could be...
We're hoping for compass map right side, essentially.
That'd be nice. Hey, it's another Vidi. How much you want to wish that GFE had that bow?
Yeah, Gamma's was going to go a little bit faster when it comes to, like, clearing out the main eye, but just a little. But I honestly, like, right now, they're about even in terms of progression. There really isn't any particular thing that the other one hasn't done, because Gamma beat Swamp.
If you're GFE, do you consider just skipping right side at this point? I mean, you're essentially one item for go mode.
I think you got to at least take a look at pyramid. I think you do checkerboard before left side, the right side. He's going to go right side. I think Gamma just went straight to the back after getting the big key. Didn't even look for the small key.
I mean, he knew the small key would be in the big check, though.
Yeah. You knew it had to be there.
So, like, this, like, if this is the second item, which we know it's not, but, like, that would even be a little bit of an additional time save on Gamma's part.
Right. Okay. I think you have to go take a look at checkerboard key. GFE will go grab his bow, and then I think the question is, does he want to go do Ice Palette? I think you have to do Samaria's Ice Palace next. It's Samaria's Slice Palace, or you're growing at the mountain, but you don't want to do Dark Death Mountain right now without Samaria.
I mean, it's not a horrible play because again, like you're in Samaria Go mode at this point. So like,
Yeah.
you know, it is going up the mountain where you know you have a decent density of checks of 6 items versus a 3-item Ice Palace play. You know, if you just hit Go mode up, if you just hit Go mode up there in Dark Death Mountain, you know, you get a Go mode Ice Palace with Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, but then do you want to do another mountain climb or not?
I think the payoff's I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Of course,
yeah.
maybe the cane is just in Misery Mire.
Yeah, it looks like at least, I think... Okay, so GFE's probably going to go do boots checks first. Don't hate display. You got the boots, you got the mitts. These are 2 really fast checks. I'm not really sure what the worst check right now for either of our runners is, because...
I mean, well, for Gamma, it's Catfish, but we know that.
It's not going to be a thing.
I did want to point out one little thing that Gamma did a moment ago that just highlights his, you know, ability and skill. You know, he pulled out the cape and cape dashed up the narrow corridor in desert, avoiding the 2 Lionels. And it's little things like that allow Gamma to be as good, that makes Gamma as good as he is in terms of like his execution. You know, Gamma is known to be one of the best runners in the community, and it's little things like that. It's the ability to adapt, to recognize when you can cut a few seconds here or there.
Would you say that shows a good example of how Gamma's a very good expert at dodging?
Yes, Gamma is one of the premier dodgers in the league, one would say.
All right, Gamma. Here comes GFE to go do whatever was at Helma's Armor Knights.
Probably a. Oh yeah, no, it was Armor Knights. You're right. Yeah. I was gonna say there's probably a Moldborn, but no, it's not. Gamma is making the Dark Death Mountain play. Again, like I said, this is a 6 items versus 3 items in a potential Ice Palace and a potential reward of a Go mode Ice Palace.
Yeah. So, honestly, like we're gonna find Samaria pretty quickly. Like, well, yeah. I mean, I think as long as Light isn't bad, like Book. Oh, Mushroom's not bad, but Book.
I mean, Book would be, you know, the annoying, like, oh, okay, I have 2 additional checks, but like, you know, outside of what we have here on Dark Death Mountain, we have Ice Palace and Smith Chain.
Yeah.
Collectively, our runners have done everything else. Oh, and Mire.
And Mire. Yeah. Semi-vanilla hookshot. Samaria is always annoying. As long as it like isn't Kisanity. Like Kisanity Mire is fantastic. Not Kisanity Mire is horrible. Oh god, there's the mushroom.
Traf Guy, that 1 check in Swamp is not an item. GFE did luck out and avoid a dungeon. There's a dungeon item. Whether it's the big key or the map or compass, I don't know which one, but
it's something leading to the compass, and I'm pretty sure.
Pet is still alive. Yeah, I mean, Pet, I guess, is a possibility for the Cane of Samaria.
That's not the worst thing in the world for that mushroom. You went up the mountain. I mean, you got a sword out of it.
Yeah, definitely. One thing to note for our tracker, apologies, but Gamma does have Desert Palace done. I was looking, I was like, yeah, you know, Gamma could pull Pet, or I was like, Gamma can't pull Pet. I'm like, yeah, he can. He's done Desert.
Yeah. Tom will talk, who also does a lot of our restreams here on ZSR. Is tracking for us tonight. He usually does a really wonderful job.
Shout out to Tom will talk. Yeah. And I mean, it's what, an hour 13 in. I guess we should talk about the runners. Hey, follow runners. Yay, cool. All right, moving on.
Yeah. Follow GFE, follow Gammachuu. If you don't like, they're mainstays of the community. I'm sure a lot of the people watching us tonight know who Gamma.
Yeah. All right, so we're beginning to see GFE kind of make, hey, look, it's the King of Samari and Ice Palace. Lol.
GV's not getting. GV better hope for Temper Sword than GT.
Yes. Well, he can still go up the mountain right now. It's not an unreasonable play for him. Hey, look, Gamma's in go mode, by the way.
Yeah. GFE is blind falling pedestal. As he can. Gamma remembers to hit the switch because he doesn't have the big key, he doesn't know where it is, and he wants to guarantee himself full passageway down. Let's see if a Wallmaster spawned into the one of the Pingator slots. It doesn't look like it did, so this room's free. Okay, JFE's gonna go get a Dark Death Mountain, but he's gonna be running through your 4 minutes range. Gamma.
Yeah, and at this point, you don't want to be in an execution race against Gamma.
No.
I mean, it is likely that GFE will pick up that Tempered Sword.
Yeah, he's 100% going to get the Tempered Sword because that's the only thing he's going to get on the mountain. He's going to go immediately chase that and hope that this isn't a fake powder seed because it would have been mix locked. But it won't be. But the sword's not bad. And honestly, he'll be sitting in Gammachuu probably when this race is over, depending on GT routing. I don't want to call this I don't like calling stuff prematurely, but there's not a lot left now.
Yeah, this is just a Gamma is just gonna fly through the rest of these dungeons, which admittedly GFE will as well. He will fly through these dungeons, a dungeon behind.
Yeah. This is why you don't do catfish, everybody.
Hey, look, it's a Trinex.
It's our first Trinex. And at least we have Tempered Sword for it, so this fight's pretty free. I mean, this was a pretty nice, equipment-wise, this was a really nice seed.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got the concerning items, the items that you want to get in a boss shuffle seed. You got them pretty early. Ice Starter was in Kakariko, Hookshot was in Pod, really before you started even defeating or finishing dungeons, and those are the two big things that you want in an enemizer and a boss shuffle seed because they block potential boss clears.
Yeah. And here comes JFE is okay, I've got Tempered Sword, I have to go do Ice Palace now. I have Smithing or I have actual dungeon progression. I have to do actual dungeon progression.
Yeah. And you're seeing at this point, Gamma is literally just an Ice Palace ahead.
Yeah. Silver save more than 20 seconds are bad. True.
Yo, I'm bad.
Honestly, I think my favorite thing on the seed so far was the cape and the library having Burna, which made you sad, and then the cape being on race game, which made you happy. Because you knew you're cleared for your invincibility item for the horrible rooms.
This is a fun mire, let me tell you.
Oh, good. We have 6 red guards in Mire 2.
And even Mire 1 was not fun. Because in Mire 1 you have just the tiny narrow walkway, and if you get the game loves to put beetles or anti-fairies.
Yeah.
Narrow walkway.
Yeah, also, it is being pointed out in chat, the cable is hard required today, and that is true.
Yes.
We needed it in order to get into Agate Tower, so we can go get our glove, because all 3 of our normal Dark World access items were all locked behind the Dark World. So you had to get, it was a 4-stag and 1 Dark World seed. I mean, the good thing is it was AD, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh god, that's just about the nicest smile you're gonna get.
Yep.
unless you can hover. But
I mean, if you're going for a Godmire, you know, is your first check the bridge chest or is it the spike chest?
it's spike chest.
Yeah. I say that as I'm someone who does the bridge chest out of habit first.
So I guess will Gamma get 3% in Turtle Rock? Or
Nah.
he's gonna cut that corner.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you cut that corner every time. GFE's gonna cut the same corner.
I know.
There's no, you know, it's not like, oh, maybe GFE does this and saves time. No, it's gonna be the same thing.
All right, an Argus here. I think that's our first Argus today. To make use of that duck shot. This arena's always kind of annoying because of the poison, but thankfully Argus, you don't. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna make a comment about GFE's MSU. I admittedly don't know if we've switched over to Gamma's MSU, but I was just listening to his music. I'm like, that was an interesting combo of dungeon music to boss music.
I forget. I haven't. I've listened to the SMRPG one a whole lot, and like Gamma's using Octopath too, so I just kind of wanted to hear something different. I forget what the Ice Palace music is. Booster Tower to major boss. Yeah, that could do it. Yeah. Meyer now for GFE. Literally just a dungeon bind again.
Yep. You know, might save a couple of seconds if he does the spike chest first, but you know, inconsequential at this point.
Yeah. And here we go, Red Guard Central. I think GFE's just going to nuke them all.
Even in fast ROM.
Yes.
the game chugs with all this on screen.
Yeah, GFE actually saves probably like 20 seconds there, though. Just because he decided to nuke them. Instead of killing them individually.
Yep.
Quake is our medallion for... Oh, hey, we had vanilla medallions today. Not that it really mattered, because we got them all immediately. But yeah, so not much to say. Like, we're gonna see some rooms in TR. Unfortunately, like a lot of the TR rooms get a lot easier. The chain channels are going to be gone. The crystal rollers in this room are gone.
Yep. I do appreciate GFE's thought process of it. He's gonna be able to spooky mire. The funny thing is, he is because of that one anti-fairy that was vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh, let's be careful, GFE. Let's not actually die.
Yeah, another meal upgrade would be nice if we find one at GT.
We are admittedly on the... Yeah, we are also admittedly fairly low health.
Yeah, like... I think we're on 9 hearts, but, well, GFE might have 10. I think Gamma's on 9.
No, they're both staying at 10.
Okay, they're both at 10. Big key.
So by the time GFE gets up to Turtle Rock, Gamma will probably be on the boss.
Yeah. And yeah, James FNX in chat is correct. This is like TR can be very much like a breakpoint because Randomizer tends to roll a lot of the easier enemies into like the kill rooms, and there's a few kill rooms here and there in TR.
Yep.
And like the firebar rooms, the firebars are going to be gone. And Gamma's going to go take the 1 in 30, you know, the 1 in 33 here, and try not to get 3%ed. Sorry, the 32 and 33.
It's fine. It's 3%.
Yeah. All right. For those wondering what the 1 in 33 is, there's a 1 in 33 chance that Laser Bridge doesn't have a small key. That's math. Gamma doesn't know numbers, he just pushes buttons. True.
James coming in with the real logic.
Alright. And there we go. Do you check for silvers? No.
No.
Gamma tried to get the fire rod shot to cooperate, but couldn't get far enough left in order to have it hit.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah. Another cold stare. Another good room for a cold stare because again spikes.
Yep. Of course, Gamma immediately got hit, and so wasn't able to just group them all together. But like you said, you know, quick, easy, still not bad.
Yeah. Half magic, fire rod, bombos, like temperate sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, wondering what your thought. Oh, people are going to start putting in numbers in chat. Yeah. Wondering what your thought is in terms of like what led to Gamma's lead that he has now.
I think Gamma it's skipping Last Light Swamp. I think it's skipping Catfish, and I think it's also skipping Ped. I think.
I mean, but in exchange, he did the back of Thieves.
He did the back of Thieves. True.
I mean, I definitely think the Ped play has contributed to a little bit of this, but
GFE also did the boots checks, and I think it's just slowly. What the rest of it, I think, is just Gamma's
overall execution.
Just kind of just dragging his time a little bit faster than the other runners. Like there aren't a lot of people in this community who will beat Gamma on execution.
Yeah.
Like I think you probably could. Oh,
nice sword.
Yeah, nice free sword. I'm not gonna lie if I said I don't think there's maybe you could count them on two hands maybe, and not much more. If that.
Right, like I don't even know if you can count them on two hands. I think you get one hand and that's it.
I think you get one hand and then it's like okay, pick them, because there's a lot of really great runners, but even then, like someone like Ari or like Andy, like they're good, but sometimes they don't always play the like some of the more varied mode that Gamma might play. So it depends. Like rando. There's a lot of factors here.
Yeah.
Gamma's going to DM route this, which is kind of like my preferred route in boss shuffle for GT.
Yeah, this is kind of the hey, I don't want to deal with whatever boss is at Ice Armos. I mean, we have Gold Sword, so whatever boss it is isn't going to be that bad. But if you're able to avoid the boss, it's just you avoid it if possible.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Trinex isn't the worst thing to deal with Gold Sword, but it still takes time.
Yep.
It's still a lot of time, and if you can kind of knock everything else out, maybe not tile room, but I mean, Airy Andy Humbug. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to run out of people.
Yeah, I see GFE is on a little bit of an adventure in Dark Maze.
Yeah. He's looking for those fire bars to guide him, but they're all gone. Replaced by a bunch of berries. If you don't have a small key, you're gonna have to go take a look. So hey, last bottle. The only other bottle that our runners bothered to collect. Oh, another thing that Gamma didn't do is Gamma didn't go back and take care of the rest of Skull Woods. So.
True.
A lot of little things here and there. GFE made one major skip. Gamma made like 6 or 7 minor ones to compensate for his back of Thieves Town dip. But like even with GFE, like I don't think you bought like a top room first gambit here. You feel pretty good on the seat all in all.
Yeah.
Like you feel good with the mirror. You feel good with your read on doing Aga when you did Aga.
Gamma does pick up the big key here in Randa Room, checking other chests. Force Deliver is not going to get it, but will begin his climb.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to see what the boss is. Not that it matters much. This is Chaos Shuffle, so it's not like we're limited to having to a boss. So it's not going to really make any predictive. Like, what bosses haven't we seen today? We haven't seen Lamblaws, we haven't seen Blind. Mothula has actually not shown up, despite
So yeah,
Mothula's annoying tendency to show up and just be utterly ineffective wherever he is that isn't his own arena.
Yep. Helmarsar King we haven't seen.
No.
I am suspicious of a Helmarsar King at Moldorm 2. Because that's just annoying.
Yeah, that's almost worst arena, by far. Helicopter is also really annoying, but it also is also it's Helicopter.
Yeah, but like the Helicopter also mitigates the Helma using his tail.
No, yeah, but you also have basically no room to dodge in that arena.
True.
So, yeah, he can't use his tail, but it doesn't matter because his rushes are worse. Yeah, I was just going to use the gold sword. You can tear right through the mini Helmas that show up now without having to stun and get behind them.
GFE's setting up for the DM strat.
Yeah. And the bomb led the worst part of the GT climb for a lot of people. Nothing in boss shuffle, unfortunately. In Enemizer, just because it has to get down to easy enemies.
Yep. So, barring anything very, very, very catastrophic happening, a Gamma win here will eliminate GFE from this round of Survivor of Hyrule, meaning that these two teams will both be left with 2 runners each. GFE's team will have Julo Ninja and P-Train still alive, while Gamma's team will have Gamma and Specs still going.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting. Watching like the 3v1 scenario is always kind of scary. But because like you lose the ability to control the mode that you want to play. Essentially, like you're kind of forced into whatever the bot rolls. Ooh. Oh, good. That's a great spike. That spike is being especially annoying. Like this spike likes to show up here a lot. It's just being really annoying today for some reason. Yeah, I'm not even going to get the full magic in there and burn his blue potion. The gamer.
Alright, one more boss. Hey, it's a Mothula.
Yay. Gold Sword Mothula. Thankfully, we have this patch, so we don't have to poke it to kill it with our Gold Sword. We can just swipe it with a Gold Sword 4 times.
Yep.
And GFE's climbing, starting his climb all again, and Gamma is heading for Gammachuu. Still haven't figured out how to shuffle Aga yet, unfortunately. Good double. Probably going to be a triple if you can pull it off.
Oh, Gamma, you're bad.
Yeah.
Gamma's not bad.
No, he's not. That's Gamma will be dropping down into GT at about 135. That is been a really fast seed. This is 135 for 80, by the way. I mean, it's not key sanity, but still.
Yeah, this has been a pretty quick seed for sure.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see where silvers are. They're probably just going to be sitting behind the ice armos.
Probably. I think Ice Palace is another good possibility.
We did. Oh no, we'd come out of dice, yeah. Gamma gets the 1-on-1 on Ganon.
He's having a little bit of a difficult time here in the gauntlet. It's not like the enemies are difficult. It just, you know, you can bleed a lot of time with some of the levers if they find themselves constantly just crawling up from the ground and then crawling back from down into the ground before you can kill them.
Meyer. Ooh.
Weren't gonna get those.
Nope. Alright. Yeah, he's got half magic. Only gets two spins on the first run through. It's not going to be 4 triples, so it'll at least be 5 cycles. That is 8 spins for 9. Okay, there we go.
Wow, GFE did that room so much better than Gamma.
Yeah.
But get GG's in chat. Gamma will take the win here.
Yeah. GG's.
Getting an official time, I believe, of 136.54, maybe 55.
136.54 according to the race room.
All right, there you go.
And I think we're going to probably try to get Gamma in here for an interview in a little bit. GFE is continuing on, no response in the race room yet, so not sure if he's, aware of the result or if he's just going to play it out.
Yeah,
go either
it's
way.
entirely possible he just doesn't have the race room open.
Yeah. He's in go mode, he's on the climb.
Yep.
He'll be done in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
And now the best part of every randomizer seed are the credits.
Yeah.
Why is there a piece of the floor missing on GFE's side? That was funny.
Oh no, it's Mothula because it's trying to use the spike moving animation.
Yeah, it made a little bit of the floor to the right of the chest not exist.
The snitch ladies got replaced by floating skulls and invisible bodies. The thief is a Hinox body that's jiggling. There's just a grasshopper. Our uncle is a skeleton, which
Appropriate.
appropriate. GFE's dropping into Ganon now, about 340 behind Gamma. Unconstruction slasher.
Alright, we should be getting Gamma here in this race room soon.
Yeah.
He did say he would join.
He's in the waiting room, so let's see if we can drag him in. We're being joined in the commentary booth by Mr. Gammachuu. GG's, congratulations.
Hey, thank you, GG's.
Yeah, that was a fun seed. Like.
Yeah. I was very happy to see that early ice rod. That was a big worry going into this seed. Like being in go mode, maybe ice rod. So
yeah, I think we called that out pretty much immediately. It's like, yeah, the ice rod's in CAC, wonderful. Now we don't have to worry about like Trinex showing up in GT and making everything go crazy. Not that I've never seen that happen in a boss shuffle seed before. No, never.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall the seed was relatively kind in terms of like the enemizer. You know, nothing was really too insane. I don't think.
No, I felt okay. Not too terrible. There was an early bottle. The hearts going into Agatar though was a little bit worrying, just in case it was some silly, stupid enemies. In Agatar, but other than that, it didn't feel terrible.
Yeah, and just a second. GFE is crossing the bridge right now, and finishing with a race time of 1:40:34, so about 3.5 minutes behind. He did a lot more kind of overworld clear. Unfortunately, he did catfish. He did
pulled pad.
Checks. He pulled pad. He didn't go like immediately into ice after doing Dark Death Mountain. Well, I mean, he did a lot of stuff before doing Dark Death Mountain ice.
Catfish was going to be my next play after Swamp. If I didn't find Bow or maybe Mitts in Nagina's cave, because that was my last logical check to put.
Yeah, you recognize that it had to be something at Agina's cave.
Yeah,
and we're also being joined by GFE. GG's, congratulations.
Hey, GG's.
GG's, GFE.
Felt good early, and then just didn't hit the route.
I don't know. The only bad thing I felt was back with Thieves Town. I felt that was really stupid and premature to do before putting things in logic. But I'm like, I'm here. I have to do it just in case, because I don't have mitts, and coming back there kind of sucks without mitts.
Yeah, I dodged that. I have to ask, did you end on tempered or butter?
Butter.
Okay, so you went up to Shot Cave too.
Yeah, I was Samari Go mode. I'm like, I'm just gonna go check these really quick.
It's one of those times you wish Icebreaker didn't exist, because if it didn't, you get Samari right away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You finish on gold, I assume, as well. Yeah. I think that that was the biggest thing I was worried about. I left an item in Skullwoods, but the way I routed it, I'm like, I'm not gonna go back there, and I already wasted a lot of time doing back with Thief Sound.
Did you have mitts at that point?
No. I did Thief Sound into Skullwoods, and I did the front first, and once I got everything in the back, I'm like, I'm just saving quitting after the ridge.
So you don't have mitts, and you won't go back to there, but you'll do back Thieves, man. Like, come on.
He did that beforehand. Like he did Thieves Sound like a normal way, I guess, as one would put it.
Yeah.
I don't know what all you had left at the time, so I guess it's hard to say. But like I think I had Graveyard Ledge, Magic Bat, and Back of Thieves, so there was no way I was not going back for Big Chest of Thieves.
I mean, in theory, Agina's Cave could have been the myths at that point.
Oh yeah, and Nagina's
Yeah.
I did have that.
I mean, we like logically, you knew it had to be like either the bow or something that directly led to the bow.
Yeah, because Pod is logically bow locked, whether or not it's actually bow locked.
Yep.
Right.
I didn't do Catfish horizontally. That was going to be my route though after Swamp Palace. So all I had left right there when I made this, right before I made the Swamp Players Aginas and Catfish to put things in logic.
What was a little surprised you didn't do left side Gamma.
Yeah.
I was going to do that coming back if there was 2 items, and maybe I get the big key doing the back. But once I saw there was only 1 item left, I'm like, big key could be left side. This is kind of gross. And if it's left side and the item's a big chest, it's a massive waste of time.
Well, to
So
be honest,
I'm like,
I'm quite glad there was only 1 item left.
Yeah, because
Yes.
GFE, your venture to left side was a little broken, but you did get the item on left side. You just didn't get the other chest on left side.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure you
died?
noticed my hesitation when I realized that that switch isn't hit.
Yeah.
oh,
So
Let's just say it wasn't a very friendly diver down opportunity with no
yeah.
boost.
So Gamma, you know how the fire snake?
yeah.
There was a large spike there today.
Oh.
Right in line with whacking you if you tried to do the diver down.
Mhm.
So
Which you can
Okay.
despawn if you have boots to get over there fast enough, but
yeah.
Yeah. One thing I do regret was maybe kind of late myths what felt like. Like I could have done that much sooner, but I didn't want to follow up on those items quite yet because I wanted to see bow or mitts first.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I did anything too terribly off. I felt like my route was okay. Nothing terrible. Yeah.
I
Like I didn't.
thought your play to hobo was a little questionable, but that was really the only one I was like, I don't know if
Emma's
that
used
time
to
I
hobo paying out for him.
would have done hobo.
So when did I do hope? Oh, that was after. Oh yeah, I just got
That
the
was like
mirror.
your first check
Yeah.
after the mirror, and which
Yeah.
was like,
So
Yeah.
my plan was I didn't see Scott what was an item in Lake Hylian Island. So I'm like,
gotcha.
if that's missed, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Like just kind of leaving it there for a while because I kind of run out swamp into dig game.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I did that check into hobo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I definitely felt like that was like that was a random time to be like, hey, I'm gonna go to hobo. But
yeah. Like GFE did hobo, but he had done catfish at that point, and like he had gone and done. He did hobo when he was doing like the Zora check.
I did
to
flipper checks basically right
Yeah.
before shovel.
Yeah.
Like I meant to do shovel earlier before I went to hype into Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
But I just forgot about it at that point. And yeah.
I mean, you were still first to the mirror by a little bit.
Yeah.
Gamma was definitely later there.
Yeah, I think if Gamma was first to mitts, and then I had found the mitts before the mirror. I'm not sure how if I think the result might have reversed a little bit, just because there wasn't really anything mirror locked, but everything else was like mitts locked.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, mirror was a little rude because you can think to yourself, I'll just route that in when I have mirror.
Yep.
But not going to happen this seed.
Yeah.
I'm glad the cape was force required to go into Aga, so I didn't skip out on Bumper Cave. So there's that.
True.
Yeah, that was nice. It was like, oh, hey, there's burn on library. Not getting that for a while, if ever. Then it's like, oh, there's cape. Okay, well, got to go get that. That's a check, and I can go beat Aga now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you already had Aga access at that point, I think.
Did you go to Eastern or Pod first?
Pod.
Pod?
Yeah,
I didn't have
I
many.
did escape into Aga right after South Shore. I think I did CAC, and then I did Mini Moldorm and Ice Rod, and then Uncle and Hyrule Castle and Aga.
Yeah, I think there was a tree pull that got GFE just enough money to get into pod the first time through, and so he did
nice tree pull.
He did pod, and then we're just like staring at the logic.
And 100% shout out to using the Quake medallion in
Thank
Kakariko to get your
you.
5
Yeah.
rupees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was my favorite play of the game right there.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like, oh, GFE randomly using the Quake medallion, and then like a 5 rupee pops, and I'm like, oh my god, the
Oh,
game
the
knowledge
3
that you
in
have.
Kakariko.
Yes.
196 rupees coming out of back of tavern, and then where Quake was in tavern. I was like, yes, I can get my 5 rupees.
Yeah. Oh, Gamma, that was some fantastic hero pots, by the way.
Harappa.
Hero
Oh,
pot.
the stupid fairy. The stupid fairy. Oh my
The-
gosh.
The
Very
fairy.
was-
And then I think you stunned the enemy in a way to where like you had to wait for the enemy to get unstunned. The
Yeah,
second
and
time.
there's that. So yeah, the first time was just a little annoying because I killed it ready to Harappa. The bomb went in the process of ready to explode, and then the fairy spawns. I'm like, oh shit. And then I come back, and then I stun the enemy. It's like, oh, okay, this is perfect. Gotta wait for it to stun. Yeah, that was a bit annoying.
Yeah, it was. I mean, other than that, like Meyer too. That Meyer too. Around.
I think I would have left Betty alone if it was not a red crystal, which is like come back later.
Oh yeah. You
just
both.
her.
For
Mhm.
Tower, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just so boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you both did the you both did Fighter Sword Ballless Vidi.
You both played it really well. Like
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
were
was-
both were pretty much textbook on how to handle that fight.
That was a
Right.
mook ass fight. I wanted to use hammer more, but like, I didn't want to be an Oko.
Did we have blue mail at that time? I don't remember where the blue
I
mail
didn't.
was.
yes.
Yeah.
Or wait,
Blue-
did I?
Blue Mail
was
Blue Mail's-
Starcross.
Okay.
Oh,
Starcross,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
You both had blue mail.
Either
Mhm.
way, one hit would have put me in Oko, so I was like,
Yeah,
I'm not
it
gonna
was-
risk the hammer hitbox.
And being that close up north, you could very easily just get knocked off and have
Yeah.
to start the fight over. Like
Yeah.
You both still played it very well. But no, GG's to both of you.
GG's.
Papa, do you have any final things?
There is actually one question in chat, and I guess it's kind of a curious thing because Gamma kind of like skipped Catfish and skipped Agina for a while, so like he kind of had that 50-50 on where exactly progression was going to be. GFE, I think you had kind of had to logically suss out that the bow or whatever was leading to the bow was Agina, and then you kind of just like never did Agina for a while. I mean, you did it when you
let's
you
be
did
honest,
it. You
I
did it.
wasn't
You did it
even
with.
thinking about it.
Okay, because I'm
I'll
just
just be
wondering
straight
because we had a question in chat from some guy named P-Train who I don't think you know anything about, know him at all. Never been a
know the guy.
teammate of him ever in League or on even this team. But he was just curious to see if you had
Yeah, I straight up
track of that
wasn't thinking
logic.
about the logic, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think congratulations. We're going to get 2 more games out of the series at least. I think
Yeah.
next mode's going to be 80 keys, influ keys, swordless, or my favorite, which is cross keys. So maybe some cross.
Yeah, those don't sound too terrible. Casboot sounds terrible. And I don't. Yeah, but no, I'm okay with that. We'll talk. Me and Specs decide.
Yeah. Okay. Cross keys tournament starting soon. So
Get your practice in.
get your.
Yeah. Thanks for doing comms, Wally and Tofile.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
who was doing tracking?
Talk was baseball was a restreamer.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, thank you for the tracking. Thanks everybody again. Yeah, GG's GFE, and good luck to your team.
Yep, GG's, same to you. Sorry to my team, couldn't pull off the win here, but it's Julo and P-Train's turn to carry this. Me and Moogle did our work already. But I'll echo everything Gamma said. Thanks for all that. Look forward to watching it back. I'm curious to see the main differences in this one. But
It's really interesting. It's just a lot of little. Gamma did like one. You did one major skip that what Gamma did, but Gamma did a lot of smaller skips. So
Yeah.
we were having a debate for a while on the time difference. But yeah, do you have anything else, Wally? Because
No, I think I'm good. Again, thank you, Top File, for doing this with me, and yeah, I think that's it for me.
yeah, I know we still have a lot more matchups this round of the tournament, but I don't think anything is officially on the schedule yet. So keep your eyes here. Maybe a tournament starting here in ZSR in maybe a week or so. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Might involve crossing of keys. Who knows? But yeah. Thanks everyone.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching today. Thanks runners, GFE, Gamma. Thanks commentators, Tofile, Wally, and of course Tomaltalk for double tracking. Yeah. Nothing else on the schedule for this tournament at the moment. So as Tofile said, just keep an eye out. We will update it as we get more matches. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. I am going to send us over to F. Coughlin, who is playing some cross keys. Wow, get yourself in the mood for a new tournament. Thanks, y'all. See you next time. Bye.